What would it look like if you then had these, all of these that have been established in a very short period of time, if they were actually working in symbiosis? What would it look like when you have your macro and micro, you have your funds in place, you're keeping debt at a manageable place? What would that look like economically, Sheilah?
One of my favorite professors and economists is Sachs, and he always said, if you're doing proper economic planning, I want the people to feel the economy. You don't have to bore them with a lot of jargon, right? So they will feel the economy. I think what that would look like is that it would be that if you are running a small business, you are able to grow. It would look like you are able to get customers because they're coming in from your little shop and they're buying from your little shop and you're expanding your stock. Mm-hmm. It would look like we would have money set aside so that we can meet our development needs. I'm a huge champion also of having the government act as a conduit so that you use the private sector to meet your development needs. Mm-hmm. So as a government, you don't need to worry about employing people. Just create the right environment. Manufacturers will come in, they'll set up industries, and then they will employ these people for you. When they employ these people for you, there's, employee benefits that they will have. They'll be able to give them health insurance. So then they can pay the SHA, pay into the SHA. These same employers will be able to give them, retirement benefits. They'll pay into it. You have school systems that work. When you have manufacturers or industries in place, you're able to get much better tax benefits out of them. From these tax benefits, you're able to develop your infrastructure, your school, etc., etc. So for me, it's okay to focus on the big indicators, but really most of us Kenyans don't need to know how all of these jargons work. They just want to be able to say, when I walk into a supermarket today with 5,000 shillings, what am I able to get with that 5,000 shillings? And how much anxiety am I having with it? I think that's what we're grappling with as Kenyans versus what I was able to do 5 years ago. So even as we do these measurements as economists, we always use something called a food basket because it's very basic. I want to be able to know if I walk into the market with 5,000 shillings, what can I buy and what can't I buy with it from this period as opposed to the next period. So for me, that's what it would look like. And in terms of Kenya's economy, sometimes you get frustrated because we have absolutely everything in Kenya. It's amazing. It's amazing. We have the brains that we need. We have the natural resources that we need. So it's a question of integrity, of rolling up our sleeves and really saying, this is a priority. And honestly, a lot of political goodwill. You need a lot of political goodwill that you can actually focus on the well-being of the people. And you can say, what, as much as we have oil in this particular place, I want to think about Kenyans and Kenyans. I come from Migori County. I come from Nyatike constituency. We actually have gold and we have copper. And, it's always ironic because the places where you have the most of these deposits always have the most infrastructure challenges, right? They're the last ones to get tarmac roads. They're the last one. So you have this concept of the resource curse. Resource curse has been studied for decades and decades and decades. At this point, we're not supposed to be falling into the trap. We're supposed to know a little bit better and learn from other places that, have gone through this before. So, but you need leadership, goodwill.
But even